Everyone's got less than a week basically. So yeah, Stone Peanut, thanks for the resub. Probably gonna be a pretty chill stream tonight. I'm still in a food coma from Easter lunch, despite the fact it's been 10 hours, no, 8 hours now since I ate. When I played a new Teferi in blue-white. I haven't really thought about it. I'd have to read the card again. I mean, you know I'll try it. Is it good? It's a different question. It's kind of a bad spot already. Just play Colonnade. Yeah, New Teferi seems pretty strong. I kind of went the greedy route. Was the turn one Colonnade. Might get ran over. I have one Terminus in my deck. That's exciting. Yeah, my teammate Edgar is in the top 8 of the Legacy GP. That's pretty cool. Terminus. Alright, should I have Ballista? If I have Ballista, they don't have any like crazy combos. If I wait a turn, it becomes kind of tricky. I could give it one draw step. I'm gonna give it one draw step. You never know when you're gonna miracle into a Terminus. I don't take too much damage for no reason, right? Hey, Newses. Thanks for the host. I'm not sure if that's a real host or not, but if it is, I appreciate it. So I went 7-1 in the Swiss of the challenge yesterday, and I lost in the semis. It was cool though. We played Brad Nelson in the quarters. We played the mirror match, and then Nauseam was a bit too tough. Fell slightly short. Why not up first? Because I want to have logic not up, right? I guess I just let it resolve and just counter to play the creature, every creature to play. I didn't see the Japanese lists yet from the GP now. I have not. Someone was asking if Counterspell is going to get printed in Horizon. I doubt it. I would bet against it, but it's not impossible. Alright, I have one Terminus in my deck, but I'm not going to just sit there. You would bet... Really? You think Counterspell is a favorite to get reprinted in Modern Horizon? Sounds crazy. Well, I guess if they ever resolve something, I'm gonna lose horrendously, but in the meantime, I think I'm in pretty good shape. Wait, what? Oh. Wow, that was almost really bad. Forgot this card had a second ability. What do you mean it's not very good? Seems pretty good to me. Is Harden scale what ended up winning the GP? Do I know what I'm gonna play in London? Yeah. Like, I don't know, 95% plus to play blue-white control. How do I adjust for time zones in a good way? London is 6 hours ahead of me. When's your flight? Going this week is pretty rough because what time's your flight and what time do you land? $8 p.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. Yeah, I mean, you can try and take. I never take pills. All I take is like a bit of melatonin sometimes. So what you can do is like, I think they would tell you basically to take one at 8 p.m. 6. Isn't London only 5 hours ahead of you? I don't know. I mean, honestly, if you get at 8 a.m., but we're not gonna have the house, right? Or you get there on Wednesday. I mean, if you get there at 8 a.m. and you're really tired, you can try and nap for like 2 or 3 hours. But you have to wake up, like. But your best bet might be to try and stay up till like 10 or 11 p.m. And a good way of doing that is going out. Just daylight helps to stay awake, etc. But honestly, it's pretty miserable coming in that direction. Yeah, so you're gonna have like 4 hours to kill until we get our place on Tuesday. That sounds pretty rough. How did I sideboard the other day? I boarded at Snap probably. Snap, Crackle, Pop. Lara's not even that good against them. I have an extra Rest in Peace too that I didn't have the other day. Could board out Wall. Wall is. They have a few ground beaters though. Wall buys you a lot of time. Click's pretty mediocre. You have Ballista and stuff. Alright, I think that's the play. Rest in Peace really good against them. Kind of feels bad when you bring in 4 enchantments and they probably bring in, 4 Nature's Claims or something when you have exactly the amounts of Okay, I'm going to keep Federal Rest in Peace. Should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, Rest in Peace is really good in this matchup. Stops Ravager. Stops Hangerback Walker. Stops Modeler in general. Yeah, their deck doesn't do much without these cards. I mean, I'd rather have 2 Stony Talons, 2 Rest in Peace, but, I don't want to lose to Dredge. I think Dredge is the best deck in Modern. Probably what I should be playing. Dredge is especially the best deck if it's not respected. The card's kind of scary. I don't know, maybe people will have enough hate, but it seems like I think Dredge, someone was telling me that Dredge does poorly online, but it does well live all the time. I think people just don't respect. It's kind of like probably the first thing they trim is they're like, I'll just trim a bit of graveyard hate. I won't play against Dredge. Your white cards are unbeatable in Modern. You've been killing it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a few good decks out there that I'm not playing. 5th Trophy, it's pretty good. What's your win rate overall, do you know? It's pretty sick. It's a beast. Ravager is a beast. It's funny. Probably need to start pathing stuff. I guess I have Verdict for these cards. I don't really care about. Sure. Dredge is not a deck, it's a sideboard tax. You do have to pay it. That's funny. I might not play Terminus at the Mythic Championship just so I don't have to draw out all my cards. How did Sperling say in his tweet? It was like gorilla style, I think. You know, like when you go like, you palm it, you look at it far from your hand, so nothing weird going on. 75% win rate's pretty sick. Should I just path Nexus now? I am gonna Verdict. So what did this sideboard? They could have Karn. Ooh. Pleasant Kenobi. Thanks, bud. Playing a bit of Modern. Pretty low energy stream tonight. I don't know if Kenobi was going all crazy, but I'm still recouping from Easter lunch. Why do you go for short? Do people just call you Ken? Is that acceptable? Pleasant Kenobi doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. When does the Mythic Championship start? Next Friday. Vince. Alright, I should probably do something. I'm gonna path because I have another sweeper. It's not sure. Vince, I'll go with Vince. I like Vince. There's this one of the most famous French movie of all time that's called La Haine, which is basically the hatred, I guess. And one of the main characters' name is Vince. Is that a movie you've ever heard of, like American People, or you've seen it? It's really good, right? I've seen it again recently. Hasn't aged bad at all. Yeah, it's good. I know, I'm playing Oust. All my teammates are playing it, so I figured I'd give it a try. I'm playing a 1 Oust, 1 Condemned split. I was pretty good in this matchup. It's kind of nice against Hangerback Walker. I'll kind of have it all here. Their draws have been really bad. I don't think that deck fails that badly usually. My teammates play blue-white. Well, Shaheen does. What else is he gonna play? And he was actually the first one to play KCI, kind of. Not really the first one, but I think he was one of the very, very few KCI players in the modern PT in Bilbao a year ago. Oh, I shuffled away some good cards, but whatever. Sure, that's a land, and shuffles away some cards too. Oh, you'll be in London? Are you gonna do coverage? Or just hang out, play side events, play the GP? Alright, this game's pretty over. I'm gonna take my sweet time though. Hey Mark, you're gonna be in London too? Man. At least I'll have people to hang out with if I do poorly. That's cool. Alright, it's a Mythic Championship. It's not a CFB event. I think this matchup is decent for blue-white. I beat it, but they had I beat it actually in the last round of the Swiss yesterday. It's pretty popular. I'm not sure why. It's really bad against Is It Phoenix. I guess it's really good against Dredge. And it's... what else is it good against? It's probably really good against humans. Good against Tron. It's better than regular affinity against Tron. That makes sense. Yeah, it does some pretty busted stuff. You live 5 minutes from the venue, Mark? Our house is not too far from the venue. I don't know if you have a day job. I'm assuming you do, but if you want to come and hang out on Wednesday or Thursday, maybe. You probably live pretty close to where we're staying. Is the area any good? It's probably not very. There's probably not much, right? Trois îles de montagne. Hole of vapors. Little lake, little scalding lake. Contaminated delta. And that's actually pretty good. Misty Rainforest, Blue Boimers. Alright, I can't take it. Is there a real deck list somewhere? Grixis mid-range in standard. The ultimate guide to modern hardened scale. Yeah, I saw that tweet. Why play skills now? I think it's the mirror match. Give me a sec. Let's see. Alright, this is much better. Pretty sure they're playing blue-white. Not sure what I'm supposed to bottom here, if it's Teferi or Surgical. That's really close. Salut Lunar, non je parle mardi. Should I just Surgical Flooded Strand? That'd be a good play. Just gonna main phase it before they can counter. Kinda wish I'd kept Teferi now. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I think Surgical's actually good in the mirror. I don't know how good it is. Obviously, you know, it's worse than an extra counter spell, but it's better than Condemn and Oust. I just don't have that many cards to bring it in the mirror, I guess. In this matchup, yeah, you're very happy to Snapcaster Opt. Like in this matchup, drawing multiple Opts and multiple Snapcaster can just be so brutal. Just because, I mean, what are they going to? So they can't tap out for a sweeper. They don't want to give you the extra land too early in the game. It's just super rough for them. Jeez.
Have my gin and tonic, watching a Gab stream playing with Terminus. Yeah, you could say I'm partying hard.
Hey, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, just chilling, right? A little gin and tonic. Are you one of these people that hate gin and hate tonic, but love gin and tonic? It's something I found out talking to people. There's nobody on earth who likes gin or tonic by itself. That's fair, I guess. Alright, game's going great. We're hitting our land drops. We have a Snapcaster that they need to answer. We have a stacked hand. Just not much to do. Other than Surgical Spells there, and I'm pretty sure they only have one. You're gonna have open deck lists too, which makes Surgical a bit better, I guess. Because you know how many copies of each they have. Guessing surgical and path to exile is probably not embarrassing in this matchup. Yeah, if I had a Teferi here, I could force it through. Could go end of turn. Oh no, never mind. It still have 2 mana up. And then I would have more than 2 mana up. Never mind, scratch that. Well, open deck list when humans is already coming back seems like a mistake. I don't think that makes a big difference for humans because of meddling mage, you mean? It's kind of like whatever. It's kind of tough. I think you just suck it up and let them cast Elimination and Path, and it gives them a free for one. But also Surgical Elimination. But I feel like the way the matchup plays out, you don't want to do that. You want to save Surgical for cards that do something. It might seem brutal to just let them free for one you, but I think that's just what you're supposed to do. Would I consider Surgical Colonnade? No, I don't think so. Colonnade usually doesn't do much in the mirror match. I think I'm just supposed to path right away. Instead of take it like for no reason, especially if I'm going to plan cast a few Surgicals. Cryptic the Snap. The blue-white mirror match is really weird, game 1. There's a lot of dead cards. It's a lot about, and I've said that a few times, so some of you might think I sound like I guess I spend my life repeating myself on the stream anyways, but there's like very few cards that do something. So a lot of the time, game 1, like both players draw the entire deck, and it kind of comes down to who has, the extra relevant card, who has the extra Snapcaster, who has the extra hard counter, who has the extra Planeswalker or Detention Sphere. Like it's kind of dumb in that way. Do I like my matchup against Junt and Rock? I think Junt's probably tough. I think Rock is probably close too. I haven't played against Junt enough to know if I'm a favorite. I think I'd say I'm a favorite against Rock. I don't know, it's always really close against Rock. Probably 50-50. Yeah, no, the reason I was saying humans and open deck list is kind of whatever is, yeah. I mean, they know what they have to name usually. And I added a basic, but I just drew my last basic one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have one more basic. I cut a delta for another basic because I played against a lot of blue-white in the challenge, and I was like, well, if blue-white's going to be super popular, an extra basic sounds pretty sweet. Can you lose against the Rock when you're playing full eliminations? I don't know, I'm trying full eliminations for the first time. I felt like it was really good yesterday.
Congrats on yesterday. Saw all the tourney. See you on London.
Thanks, Blue. One of the OGs. Sounds like I'm gonna see a lot of people in London. That tournament was sweet. We got the big raid from Amy early on, and then we had over 2,000 viewers. That was nice. My dev, oh no, my hallowed fountain is gone. I have one basic left. I guess I should search for it. And I guess I should just cast Elimination. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is Just cast a fairy. I have a few options. I get Surgical Path to Exile. I have 9 cards in hand. I have 10, 12 mana, so if I cast a fairy, I go down to 7 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a fairy. As I said, the matchup's really weird. It's not even about card advantage, really. It's more about like the way you trade cards. You just want to make sure you're trading a card that matters for a card that matters. Like that's why I didn't want to crypt counter the Snapcast earlier, even though it was card advantage. Like this is kind of interesting. I could just let that resolve. I think I'm gonna let that resolve. And then just surgical their cryptic command. This way I don't discard. It was kind of close. I had, you know, Path to Exile is not the best card. I decided not to fight over it. Let's see, they have 1 surgical, 2 Teferi, timely, click, a relic, 2 more snap, 3 Jace, 2 leak, 1 negate. Wow, they have like no hard counter. Hey Sauce, didn't we play against the same person? I feel like I played against someone yesterday who had main deck this spell as well. That's another thing that like ends up being kind of important in the mirror is drawing your Glacial Fortress and not your basics. Because you get in these spots where you still have basics left in your deck and your opponent doesn't. But in the end, it kind of all evens out, honestly. But yeah, so basically you're at a point where kind of quote-unquote card advantage doesn't really matter anymore. You just need to, you know, just remove threats. What did they have in hand? I don't even remember. Did they have Snapcaster in hand? I don't think so. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. That was pretty bad, right? Like you could even argue that, you know, you usually really happy when you spell snare or Snapcast for a mage. But you could almost argue that if you can avoid to use spell snare and Snapcast for a mage, you should save Path for Snap, and then unless they're flashing back a counter spell or something, but you know, you could almost argue that they should have let my Snapcaster resolve and save spell snare for a negate. I guess I only have 1 negate. Yeah, no, I mean that's maybe I'm pushing it a bit too far now. I am behind on time. Just kind of not the greatest. Yeah, I mean. Oh, it's weird. It's like card advantage doesn't matter, but you can still like kind of turn the corner sometimes and get pretty far ahead. I could have like not taken the Jace and surgical Jace. Can they even still win if I surgical Jace? I have 1 Teferi left. Although it's kind of bad. I'm playing into timely. That's a good point. I can path my own wall, I guess. Alright, I'll just say go. That was pretty bad. I was thinking letting them have Jace. I don't want to surgical a cantrip. I just want surgical. Snapcaster removal spell or counter spell. I guess I'd get rid of Jace. Like, they have no more Cryptic, they have Mana Leak as their only counterspell left. I actually should have probably saved my... No, do I want to save? Like, I think I'm just gonna deck them. We'll see. So I don't want to sack Field of Ruin, because if I sack Field of Ruin, we both lose a land, and then I make their mana leaks more valuable. Yeah, I should have not played that Wall of Omens and have to waste a Path to Exile. That's kind of bad. Field, obviously Field is an answer to Colonnade, is another reason to keep it, yeah. Trying to draw cards. I feel like I win either way. I guess I won't draw a card. The clock, yeah. Hey, John. Counterbounce my tap land, yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm playing this game bad now. I should have drawn cards. I'm just falling behind. I think... They have no counter spells left for my Teferi. I'm being an idiot. That was really bad. Not drawing a card was the first Cryptic. I forgot. They have only Mana Leak left, I think. Oh no, they have Snapcaster. They have 2 Snapcasters too. It's fine though. They only have a detention. Oh yeah, they have detention sphere. They have their own detention sphere in hand. Even that play is probably not the greatest when they have 2 mana leaks left in their deck. So I have a negate, a logic knot, and 2 Jace. Do need to play a tiny bit faster. Sideboard games go much faster. Way less dead cards, way more punishing. I might have to ultimate Jace on myself. It's the technology. I'm not sure what they did there. They have Snapcaster left in their deck. I guess they assume I have Snapcaster in hand as well. I'd have a Teferi left too. I mean, I guess I could oust my own Colonnade or something. Terminus on Colonnade, yeah. Like what I can eventually do is get Jace to 20 and then minus 12 back-to-back turns. So their hand becomes their library. Now what does it do? The theory shuffles their hand into their library. So they have no cards in hand. And then you do it again the turn after that. And then they have one card. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of interesting. How many paths do they have left? 1, 2, 3. They actually have no path to exile left. I think I could just kill them with that one Colonnade. You want me to tug the sphere? It's kind of interesting. That probably works. Yeah, whatever. I guess Logic Knot's not very good. I have Flooded Strands I can sack for extra mana. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This game's kind of dumb. Should probably scoop. I don't think he can win. You're just trying to time me out, old Grundy. Not very nice. No, maybe he thinks he can still win. I could see that. I know, what does that do? Maybe it does something. I don't know. So his oh, he did have to ferry in the deck. Alright, I mean he's super lost, right? I should have just minus Jace and then he doesn't have a Teferi left. It's over. Thanks for the host, Jeff. What's up, everyone? What are you? Hooglanders? Hooglandia? That's the name of the land, the Hoogland land. We're playing kind of a dumb game here where I don't think I can lose. Not the most exciting game to walk on in, but they have double mana leak and Snapcaster. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna lose. Maybe I'm gonna get decked. Welcome everyone. We're playing some Modern. We're in round 2, game 1, and we only have 8 minutes left on the clock. So they can go mana leak, Snapcaster, mana leak. Never mind. So they're kind of screwed because they have to 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Maybe they can get me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using that as an extra mana for Logic Knot. Classic blue-white play. 4, 8. Alright, I'm just gonna do that. This way they have no Teferi left. Unless they have Opt in hand? Did I just mess that up? It's kind of bad if they have Opt in hand, actually. Okay, they don't. I should have the safe play. It's probably to wait till you're at... Oh, I don't even know, man. This game is dumb. Or clicking more. It's alright, I can win one game in 6 minutes. Thanks. Thank you so much, Lord Turnag. 7 months in a row as a tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Alright, we have a few sideboard cards. Timely can come in handy. It's not great, but it can be better than some of the other cards. CTS Boss. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Smart, right? Thanks, bud. Alright, Timely's pretty mediocre. I think this is fine. Thanks for the sub and the resub. Not playing Escanta. I'm decided to cut it for now. It's hey Mike, thanks for CTS Boss. That's old school nickname. Kiwi says I went 3-1 cube with blue white in your honor. Nice. This sounds kind of bad. I had a lot of cantrips to hit my land draws, but I also had, what, did I have 2 Paths to Exile in my opening hand? Which is kind of the worst card. It's kind of tricky. I'm gonna just bottom Cryptic Command. Trying to find a Jace, ideally. Alright, I'm gonna play it a bit slow. Wow. It's kind of like textbook 101 of why Ancestral Vision sucks. It's pretty good. But he missed a land drop. Might be his demise. I usually pay more attention to chat, but blue white against blue white. Can't really pay too much attention. Hey, the 1-year anniversary of Cash Zero sub. Thank you so much, bud. Alright, these draws are not very good. Remember when I bought him Cryptic Command and I kept all the lands? Well, not like Cryptic Command does a ton here. That's fine. Hutch Fudge, thanks for the resub, buddy. I'm not even making up time, really. Sometimes I'm able to make up a bit of time, but not this time. Actually, what I should have done is just discarded that fetch land to hand size next turn. I'll add another one to discard to hand size. Kind of a weird game because I have nothing. Going down low is usually not too big of a deal. You don't want to get too low ideally, but it doesn't matter too much. Kind of sucks. Alright. Bit aggro. I'm tapped down kind of low. They might actually go for a Jace or a Teferi play here. Oh, okay. Still have to find a way to win on time. Not sure how that's going to happen. Whatever, they were 4-0. I know who I'm playing against. I'm glad they get the trophy, they get the value. We're only 1-0, so. I'm going to concede this one. I don't know if I win or not, but I'm going to try and win a third game in 3 minutes, I guess. Probably did not win. I'm gonna bring in Lyra just because I have to kill them fast. And gonna board out, I don't know, 2-click snap. Whatever, I'm not gonna bring in Lyra. Just too bad. It is good though. The only spot where Lyra is good and is when you're super far ahead and you need something to attack them for more than 2 a turn. So maybe I should have it in the deck. Okay, that's a pretty great hand. I have Ancestral turn on 1, so they're technically down a card for now. So maybe I can punish them. I need to find like Vendilion Plague and a Planeswalker. That's really good. Double Snap is actually amazing. It's about as good as it gets. I might actually win. I'm probably gonna go full, like be short like a few seconds, but there's definitely a chance. That's unfortunate. Do you have negates? Okay. Not even sure if I'm supposed to be casting that right now. Alright, worked out. I think they made a small mistake there. So they're gonna resolve a Jace, but I can kill it. I mean, I guess they could brainstorm into a path pretty easily. Mine does go for Teferi first, I don't know. 9. I think going for Teferi is better, actually. They have their own colonnade after that. Oh, this is kind of awkward. Face makes no sense. They have a colonnade in play. Can't even remove all my stuffs to try and time them out, because that's what I should have done game 2 if I was trying hard. Just remove all my stops to make them kill me and get some time back. Black Hack, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go face and hope they didn't drop Path to Exile. Do they have Cryptic Command in hand? I don't even remember. I think they might have. They use that negate. Yeah, I mean, I don't have time for anything else besides activate colonnade attack, activate colonnade attack. Yeah, Path would have been game. Path would have been a good draw. If I played my land this turn, I might actually have had the kill. Alright, we're gonna have a little fun. No! What? I had the stops removed. Oh. Damn it. Alright. Classic blue-white. I wasn't trying hard enough game 1. Alright, GG's. It's alright. He was 4-0 and they don't want to deprive him from his trophy. The only black card main deck is Kaya. That makes no sense. And 1 Chromium. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly. This is just a classic case of blue-white is too good, doesn't matter how you build it. Llama Entity, thanks for the resub and the positive vibe. Chalice instantly dropped. Keep playing in Spider Space. He watches the stream sometimes. He actually subs too. It's like I'm gonna get smashed next turn. But I've got Wall of Omens to soak up some damage. Oh, well, yeah. I guess I played the wrong land last turn. I shouldn't have had Thalia in their deck. That was a mistake. Can we take a second to acknowledge how good Wall of Omens is? You gonna blink my Wall of Omens? Whoa. What did I want to say? I was gonna say something very important. Someone was asking about Wrath against Terminus. I like the 4-mana sweepers better, but I'm trying 1 Terminus because I have 4 up, and I'm also trying 4 Illumination, so I figured I would throw a Terminus in there. Well, that's pretty good. Wait, what? Oh, right, I forgot to put my steps back on. Oh, that's unfortunate. He said, I don't understand why you didn't block. There's nothing to understand. I'll get an island. Alright, this was kind of whatever. Did I have basic land on top? Nope. Blog down to 12. Yeah. I'll probably win this game if I don't play like a doofus. Oh well. Happens. Give them a little head start. Thousands of viewers, or 1,000 viewers. Sorry, I make a lot of misclicks and some bad plays, but that was a particularly poor sequencing. Even for me, that was pretty bad. Alright, so what do I want to do about Chalice? I like to board out some of these cards. Is Oust any good against them, or is Path better? I think Path is mostly better. I guess Click is okay. This may be going a bit low on the 1-mana cards. Click doesn't block much. It blocks Displacer exactly, but it cycles my dead cards. Gets rid of. Yeah, it's not very good. Negate's probably not the worst. Alright, I kept 1 negate already. Oh. Just counter Chalice. I don't think. I don't know if I like that. Alright, I have my 1 Terminus in my opening hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this is a bit better. I am gonna get rid of V-Click, I think. It's a bit greedy, but V-Click really doesn't do much besides cycle. Alright, that's Cavern turn 1. Scary stuff. I don't think they play Arbiter, do they? I think it's just Thalia and jeez. No, maybe they do play Arbiter. I didn't want to shuffle my click back in my deck right away. So my draw sets were just 2 1-mana spells. Nice. I drew what? How many 1-mana spells did I draw? Like a combined I don't even know. How many? Like between game 1 and 2, I think I drew like 6 out of 8 draw steps. I drew 1-mana spells. Is that even real life? I make top 8. Yeah, I got 4th yesterday. Well, I lost in the semis of the Modern Challenge yesterday. It was a pretty similar list. I could have paid 2, obviously. I was trying to save life points. I think it's going to be relevant this game. Kind of getting a bit punished here. I'm kind of okay though. I can win. I don't have a ton of pressure. I played the path earlier just to feed oh, that's a problem. It's pretty unlucky. I could try and bait them. I can pretend I misclicked again. And hope I don't tap land next turn. And I play Gearhulk. They might have Thin Spirit Guide in hand though. I'll just counter it for real, I guess. Yeah, if I'd paid 2 life. Oh wow. Turn is just great. Your mana's screwed. That's why you played a 1 Terminus for these spots. That's pretty good. I'll get the value Gearhulk. If I ever get to cast it, they have to get rid of one of their artifacts. Jeez, how many 1-mana spells? This is absurd. I guess keeping Click. Oh, I thought I had Thought Knockseer for sure. I guess keeping Teferi over Click was super greedy. Probably a mistake in hindsight. You know what else was a mistake? Not playing my Snapcaster Mage. I'm just gonna bounce it. And hope they don't have the line to cast it again somehow. I have all these extra useless cards anyways. Yeah, I should have played that Snapcaster Mage, that was greedy. Yay, more 1-mana spells. Oh, that's brutal. That's GG. Alright. GG's. That was a bit frustrating. Besides the 1 Terminus draw step, these draws were just so bad. I also messed up. I mean, that 1 click would have kind of killed them. There's a lot of misclicks for 1 match and a lot of misplays. My draws were kind of absurdly bad. Could have maybe won. I could have maybe won both games, honestly. I guess I can't really complain of my draws when I played that bad. Hey, Spider Space. Good games. I feel like this is a long con to get Gab to play Eldrazi Taxes when it's actually a terrible deck. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's good, but I don't know. I'm not gonna play that deck. I just hate these decks, honestly. It's like all in on your draw, like your top 10 cards you're opening in. I don't know. I don't like it. But yeah, my killer has been doing well, and Spider's Face said you think it's really good too. I believe them. Is that Amaz? Is Amaz in chat, or is Amaz, are you playing against Amaz? Oh, you're in chat. I was like, Mojo Twist is Amaz? I could see Amaz being Mojo Twist on Magic Online. What's up, buddy? Am I ready? I haven't drafted yet, so no, but they're mulliganing to Force, or they're probably playing Dredge or something. Our hand's actually not that bad against Dredge, having the counter spells for lootings and stuff. That's good. They could be Tron too. Well, if they're Tron, this game should be kind of walk in the park. My hand's just amazing. Hey Maz, how does it feel? How does it feel to have a mechanic named after you? Maz probably like, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, I could technically still lose. Seems extremely unlikely, though. Other than the spelling mistake, it's alright, yeah. I mean, they couldn't make it too obvious, I guess. Then people might start complaining. They're doing pretty good on the Tron lands. Even if they hit Tron, I can start countering their spells. Have a good mix of lands. Hitting your land drops is important for when they Ulamog you. Because you should eventually they should be able to cast Ulamog. The game's just it's kind of about like getting ahead enough ahead. How many Snapcasters do I have? 3? Alright, I'll let that resolve. I actually don't have Tap to Exile in hand either. You have 2 cards left. Alright, I'm not gonna negate that. This way I can cast Fulmination. Actually, I messed up. I was supposed to... Yeah. I was supposed to... Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Oh, please. Am I missing some steps? So I was gonna say... I was supposed to cast Elimination in response to map. This way, if I draw Surgical Extraction, I can extract their towers. But instead, I decided to just time walk myself, because that's cool. It's actually, never mind, I have Relic in play. Surgical doesn't do anything. My bad. I'm dumb. Yeah, I don't know why people started playing all these promo lands. I don't think they're pretty. They don't feel like Tron lands at all, too. I'm not a big fan. Did I draw 4 Field of Runes? No, only 3, dude. Not that lucky. Yeah, I have no main phase 2, but I only have a main phase 2 usually. Just have their combat and their instep. I don't know, I'm just not paying attention. That's a good draw. I could click them now, but they don't have Tron yet. I kind of want to save click for Ulamog. Could honestly click myself, because they're just going to have a bunch of expensive dudes. I'm just gonna click myself. I don't even care about Ulamog anymore. So this is how game 1 goes against Tron a lot of the time. It's just about delaying. You delay a bit, and then you get to spots where even when they start casting Ulamogs and stuff, you don't care that much anymore. I mean, I'm not quite at that point yet, but I think I'm getting there. Because my hand's actually not that good. I have Relic for my Snapcaster Mages. I have an Oblivion Stone in play. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have my second main phase. Oh, that's bad. Did I play a land? Did I not play a land? That's unfortunate. I was removing my steps earlier because I was low on time and forgot to put them all back. That's what you were saying. I don't have my second. You tried, yeah. I've been bottoming some good cards or some bad cards, so I'm not gonna crack a fat. Karn gets... I'm gonna go for Cryptic Command just because it draws a card, and I have path for Ulamog. And this way, if I draw Snapcaster, I get to snap a good card. Or snap Cryptic for an extra card is what I meant. Alright, this game's officially over. Let's just make sure I don't lose too much time so we don't get time out twice in the same stream. I wonder if I ever lost 2 matches to time in the same league, probably. Oblivion Stone. This is kind of what I could fight over that or I could not. I think I should probably fight over it. Like, the matchup's all about like slowly getting ahead, and so I could let them have, I have a second Defer in my deck. At this point, it doesn't matter. I think they play 5 basics sometimes now. Not too sure. Could even be attacking with Skull. Oh, 4 basics. Nice. Alright, they found their tower. It's way too late, but they get to get rid of Colonnade into Fairy now. Which is gonna slow me. It'd be funny if I lose this game after running my mouth for like 6 hours about how this game's unlosable. It's definitely happened before. Ooh, Eugene. I don't know, we'll use Snap Cryptic. I get an extra card. Also, might as well use your Snap while they don't have a relic out. Like, ideally, if you're the Tron player, you want to try and save your relic. Only use them when for a Snapcaster. But a lot of the time, you're kind of in a rush and you can't even afford to do that. I'm not even sure I have to counter that. I mean, I don't care about anything else really. That's what my negation. Having Colonnade in play is also like a big deal sometimes in this matchup. Because now if they Karn or Ugin minus, I can just kill it right. So I like surgical their tower the hard way. Oh no, they have a tower left, never mind. Okay. We have a few sideboard cards. I don't even hate sweepers against them. I don't even hate sweepers against them because they have all these creatures up their sideboard. I even played against a Tron player the other day who boarded out all their Ugins, all their Ulamogs. They just kept Karn and they had 4 Thragtusk and 2 or 3 Thoughtnot Seer. Didn't really know what to think about. And also Carnage Tyrant and Tron the other day. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I mean, at the Mythic Championship we'll have deck lists, so I know what's up. But 2 sweepers might be a bit much. I'll do the 1 Terminus because Terminus kills Wormcold without giving them tokens, which is nice. I'm not a huge fan of spells there. They have Sylvan Scrying. That's it, but it's a pretty good one to counter. I think I should probably keep it in though. Snapcaster is kind of awkward too sometimes. And Surgical can be a bit awkward against Relic of Progenitus. I'm also just not a fan of the Tension Sphere in this matchup. It's kind of awkward, really awkward removal. What changed my mind about Terminus? I'm only playing 1, and I'm playing the 1 because I have 4 elimination in my deck now, and on top of the 4 ups, I have a lot of ways to miracle it on their turn. What's going on in chat here? Can we just stop being dumb and yeah, chat's really being a bunch of yellowhat pigeons right now. For sure. Oh, that was the game they mulliganed to 4. I forgot about that. That's not a bad job for mulligan to 4, geez. So in this matchup, you want a hand that has either a 2-mana counterspell or... Well, on the draw, you really need that 2-mana counterspell. I mean, you'd keep your hand with Field of Runes. They're not going to have turn free Tron every time, but they'll have a decent bit of the time. I didn't. Sylvan's Crying. It's kind of scary, but I'm not going to use a counterspell on that. I should have played Opt in response in case I draw Spell Snare. That was a mistake. I'm just pretty tired tonight. But I felt like playing a bit, get a bit more practice. I'm not doing super good though. Alright, so Logic Knot counters Ulamog. So that's good. Mugilning. Probably butchered that, but thank you so much for the Twitch Prime resub, buddy. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you know that, but a great way of supporting the stream is using that free Twitch Prime sub you get every month if you have Amazon Prime. So make sure you don't let it go to waste. And if you haven't already, you can give me a follow here. That helps. Follow on Twitter if that's something you care about. That's cool. That's kind of a weird hand. What did they just get? They just got more Tron. They have 9, 12. I don't think I can play Jace here. I'm just gonna say go. You know what I could do? I could like Surgical. They might even have Emrakul in hand. How many different types do they have? 2. So they can cast Emrakul next turn. I can counter it, and then there's just nothing really good they can do as my turn anyways. Alright. Should I fix the sub-alert? Is something wrong with this? This is really weird. I really wonder what they have. Alerts are really quiet? Really? Not for me. Do you have your sound off, maybe? I kind of want to use a negate here. They have nothing. It's so weird. That's... I don't know. Debated, I guess. I'm gonna negate a chromatic sphere. And then regret it. I don't know, it sounds perfectly normal for me. So it's kind of weird. Adam, thank you so much for the gifted sub. 31st gifted sub. And Convery, welcome to the stream. Alright, in an incredibly active card dice, I'm gonna Jace Plus on my... I'm playing this game poorly. I need to know what's going on. That makes no sense. Alright. I honestly don't know what's going on in this game. This is such a weird game. I'm just gonna negate that. It looks like they have literally nothing. Just all lands. Yeah, crazy. Crazy game of poker. You guys can't hear the alert? Maybe I muted the wrong... Why can I hear it and you can't hear it? I don't even... Resins, thanks for the sub, buddy. Do you think a reanimator deck in Modern is viable with Electro Dominance other than Asphodel cycling creatures? I have not really seen the reanimator version do well, like with Faithless Looting and stuff. So I doubt it. I think it's like probably decent deck game 1, but you're so susceptible to graveyard hate. You only hear it through my microphone? I have an earphone in, and I'm hearing it perfectly fine, so I'm just... They probably have a billion Nature's Claim in hand. It's probably what they have. I guess we're about to find out. They have 2 of each. Yeah, sorry about the low sound for the alert. I hear that normal sound. I wonder why you... That's so weird, really weird. I mean, they already have like 9 mana or whatever. Oh yeah, that was a heads up play. Good. I should have maybe Field of Ruin, and then I can Cryptic Bounce the other one, and then Surgical, and I get them off Tron, and I get the value because I get a land out of their hand. That's actually a pretty cool play. I'm really tired. I'm missing all the good lines tonight. I usually play a bit better, I promise. I didn't realize I was that tired. I felt like 10 hours to digest a meal would be okay, but I guess... Alright, I'm gonna use Twitch chat line because it's pretty cool. Counter, return to mine. Not really sure what taking them off Tron does for me right now, but I'm all about that value. I like the value, the fact that they have one in hand now, and it's almost like not card disadvantage. And we finally get to see our last card in hand. So when you get to this point, it's all about like making sure Emrakul, the Promise End, doesn't beat you, I guess. So maybe don't have your Jace chilling on 13 tokens or something. Yeah, they scooped in response. We'll never know what that was such a weird game. They had some pretty bad draws. I think Tron is favorable, but it's pretty close. How many Terminus? Did I not update the deck list? I'll update the deck list. I'm really failing to all the basic duties of a good streamer. If Jeff knew, he probably would have never raided in the first. Will I be streaming tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow will be my last day of streaming from home before leaving for London. I am part of the Arena Early Access event on Tuesday, and I think I'm going to pack my streaming gear, my mic, and my webcam, and try and stream from there. But I make no guarantee. Freebooter. I almost break the... Oh, Gemstone Mine. I've seen these builds. Canister was playing a Gemstone Mine and a Mana Confluence the other day over Tuesday Garrots. They do that so they have more mana to cast cards like Chalice of the Void or Stony Silence or Rest in Peace or whatever sideboard card they want to pack. So that's why they cut ziggurats for these kind of cards. Their hand is pretty stacked. So I don't really care about Mantis Rider. I don't really care about Phantasmal Image, I think. I don't really care about Reflect. I don't really care about any of these cards, honestly, but I should probably take one. Probably take one of the cheap ones. I think Thalia's Lieutenant's kind of scary. It's a lot of damage. I don't know. I'm going to take Thalia's Lieutenant. That card's usually... Canister was crushing with humans the other day. I don't know how he ended up the stream, but I think at some point he won like 8 in a row. I'm reading. My teammates are babbling about Modern. Did I mess that up somewhere? I don't think so. I think it was just like kind of unfortunate. They're playing a click instead of a freebooter? The version might only play one basic. No, I guess it can still afford two. Now that the Gatewatch will defeat Bolas, will you change the image at the bottom left of your stream? Oh, it's a Crawl Ultimatum image. A card dear to my heart. Alright, as long as they didn't draw another freebooter or another image. Alright, it's pretty rough. I can just Jace minus. I can just Jace minus on the freebooter and get my Wrath back. Hopefully I'm just not dead on board next turn. I don't think so. Maybe Lieutenant kills me? I even have a chum blocker if I need to. I don't want to take too much damage though. They get me low enough with Vial and a bunch of cards in hand. Oh, they did have the other basic. Once Mythic Championship starts next Friday, you can watch it on twitch.tv/magic. Wow, they kept drawing. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. It's a pretty lucky draw for them. I guess I'm the one who got rid of. I got rid of Thalia's Lieutenant and instead of getting rid of an image. Thought it made sense because I didn't have a sweeper yet. Obviously, I kind of wish I'd played play. There've been some pretty good draws. Some pretty solid draw steps. Alright, we need to get a bit lucky here. Not super lucky, just a bit. Alright, they have Reflector Mage in hand. Forgot about that. I'm dumb. Oh, I'm still gonna see if I would. Oh, I guess I have a Terminus in my deck. Oh, that'd be the sickest Terminus ever. Oh, maybe if that was a Terminus, I win. I don't know which one comes first. Alright. Where did it all go wrong? I don't think I messed up. I think they just kept drawing freebooters and images. They made kind of a weird play when they I felt like copying the click instead of the freebooter was kind of a weird play. I didn't really. I think not taking image was reasonable. I didn't even have a. I guess they thought maybe I didn't have spells in hand. At least they get rid of Snapcaster if I don't have a spell. And I mean, I guess click hits a bit harder. But you don't want to really make. You don't want to let me draw a card of the. Oh, that's a weird hand. Should I keep that? Lyra is really good against them. I'd break freebooters and stuff. I kind of want to keep. I don't like mulliganing in this matchup. They have freebooters and sin collectors and all that stuff. I'll make a loose keep. I've been playing loose all night. I'll keep for science. Also have better odds of miracling Terminus this way. It's not... Oh, right, they have Chalice now. The Chalice technology. Well, that's another reason to keep that hand. Thanks for all the follows. Welcome everyone. Hope you keep enjoying the stream. I'm gonna get second planes, kind of scare them. Make them think I have a removal. Make them think I was. Which basic land? I've got some beta and some unlimited lands. That's the other thing in this matchup, you don't want to have the sweepers in hand. You want to draw into them. It's the next level keep against humans. Yeah, I'm not sure which basics. I usually do land box. I'll do land box a lot of the time. The name Supreme Verdict, meaning they probably have Dismember in hand. Either that or Reflector Mage. Hopefully it's... not sure. I wouldn't exactly say I got through. Also, they should probably just name Path to Exile as the... Alright, I think I'm just dead on board. Maybe I... Oh, they have... never mind, they have Chalice for 1 for Path. I'm dumb. Alright, well... this is kind of blue-white match. This matchup in a nutshell. If you get to cast a sweeper, you usually win. If you don't get to cast a sweeper, you usually lose. Yeah, I'd have Chalice on 1. The draw was pretty solid. That was not very convincing, but I mean, this was mere